Sarah, it's always great to get your thoughts on this. Take us through what exactly the expectations are. What should we be looking for or listening to with regard to this meeting between Facebook and these civil rights groups?
Yeah, Don, well, there's three things that we're going to be looking for. There are the expectations from the groups of Facebook is, one, they want Facebook to stop having misinformation on its platform. Two, they want Facebook to curb hate speech on its platform. And three, overall, they want Facebook to do something about minority communities that feel targeted on the platform, whether that be by white supremacist groups or, as the CEO of the NAACP mentioned, foreign actors that are trying to meddle in our democracy and are using race as a way to do it.
So if that's the case, then, is there, I mean, the controversy around this whole process and the reason why Mark Zuckerberg is taking fire from his own employees at Facebook is that his position is Facebook should not be the arbiter, right? They should be a neutral platform and people use the platform on both sides. How much does that then play into the discussion if you're speaking with civil rights groups who are specifically saying that you need to draw a line on what things you can and cannot put on that platform?
Well, that's a great point, Dom, and expect that to be a focal point of the conversation today. Facebook doesn't want to meddle in the content that's on its platform too much. It's a business model problem for them, but also they say it might curb free speech. And then on the other side of that, you have the representatives from some of these minority groups, Color of Change, NAACP, the Anti-Defamation League, who are saying, look, we get that, but at the end of the day, your platform is causing major harm to people who are using it, innocent consumers. And so expect that balance between free speech and democracy to be a focal point of what's discussed today. Also, expect Facebook to talk about the pressure that these groups are putting on brands. You just had that billboard up on the screen. There's now over 400 brands that are boycotting Facebook at the helm of the request of those civil rights groups. I expect Facebook leaders, who's going to be Mark Zuckerberg, Sheryl Sandberg, and Chris Cox, to talk with the civil rights groups about what their conversations are like with brands and whether or not they think those brands would ever come back if Facebook were to make some concessions.
So one of Mark Zuckerberg's more controversial comments recently was something that was reported that he said during his town hall meeting with employees, and that these advertisers will be back eventually. I mean, we put up that billboard, like you said. Many of those brands are boycotting. Many of those brands don't spend as much as others do. But Procter & Gamble is one name that is not on that board. Procter & Gamble has said that they are not going to address this in a very specific way. So what exactly does that say about the brands? Which ones want to go that route and make a stand here, and which ones say, you know what, this is not our business. This is a business decision from their point of view, and we're not going to meddle in it?
Dom, I agree with Mark Zuckerberg. I think a lot of these brands are going to come back, and we know that because there's historical precedent that shows that they do. You know, when YouTube had a major ad boycott in 2018, a lot of advertisers, AT&T, et cetera, boycotted the platform and came back within a year. So I expect these advertisers to come back. Most of them are holding their ad spending only for the month of July. July is a slow time anyway for retail and for advertising. Expect these brands to come back Q4 around the holidays when they really need to push goods. But to your point about Procter & Gamble, I want to make this distinction. You know, Unilever spent about $2 million on Facebook ads for the first 3 weeks of June, according to Pathmatics, which measures advertising on Facebook. Procter & Gamble spent over $20 million. And so you're looking at the big firms, Walmart, Procter & Gamble. They have not yet pulled their ads from Facebook, and there's a reason for that. The big advertisers don't want to meddle too much in this fight because at the end of the day, Dom, Facebook is an effective marketing tool for them to push goods.